Hey, so loves, it's Kimberly with Celestial Juju, and this is your weekly astrology insight. So, what we do here is go through the transits of the week and do analysis on the big ass transits and how they're affecting you in your chart and what it is for the collective. And I do an energy transmission at the end of all signs. So, um, make sure you at least skip through and go to that so you can receive the energy transmissions. So what have we got going on this week? This is a week that we have new energy and an invitation to review. First, we have the new moon in Virgo this week. And this new moon is occurring at 11 degrees of Virgo, which offers a powerful opportunity for fresh starts, clean slates, especially in areas related to health, organization, and personal well being. As an earth sign ruled by Mercury, Virgo emphasizes, I can't say that word today, the importance of attending to small details that collectively make a significant impact in our lives. This new moon is the perfect time to refine your routines, prioritize your health, and bring order to your day to day living. It encourages finding a balance between home and work and making time for activities like walking, meditating, or simply taking care of yourself. The energy of the new moon is further enhanced by Mercury also in Leo, forming a harmonious trine with Chiron in Aries, and Mercury, the planet of communication, and bold and expressive sign of Leo, urges us to speak from the heart and share our ideals with confidence. Meanwhile, Cryon, known as the wounded healer in Aries, highlights our journey towards healing, self improvement, particularly regarding identity wounds. So, as we approach this new moon, the focus is on enhancing our life and healing old wounds to step into a more organized, healthier, and empowered future. And this is your opportunity to set the stage for something truly positive and transformative. Okay, so we have also all of this stuff happens on September the 1st to 2nd, if I didn't say that. It's like the energy, the 24 hours, 48-hour time period that we have is when all of this accumulation of this is happening in the same window here. Okay? So Pluto is already retrograde but will move back into Capricorn this week. And I did a whole thing on that. I did a whole thing on the Pluto, what it is for your sign. This is from September the 1st till November the 19th. It is the final, the end of a Plutonian era in our lifetimes. You won't be back in Capricorn to 246 more years. So unless you figured out how to do that. So go watch that because I did a thing on each sign and what that energy is for you. Okay, but I'm gonna refresh just for a second what that energy is. The return to Capricorn revisits themes around power, control, and structural transformation, reflection on long-standing 16-period story of Pluto's influence. Ask yourself what you've learned about what the power that's yours and others. It's all about authority. With it being Capricorn, Saturn, it's about government stuff. Familiar themes that may come up with you also lean into past lessons as you graduate from the story. Okay, so Uranus is moving into retrograde. So it asks you to review a breakthrough and actions taken in recent months. Consider whether it's a sudden or unexpected change that led to a pivot in your life, and whether that pivot aligns to your design path. In fact, every year we go through the Uranus retrograde, and that each backspin of the awakened planet lasts about 5 months. Yeah, we're going to be in this for 5 months. So, Uranus, the planet of radical change, innovation, rebellion, revolution, urges you to break free of anything that's holding you back from being your true, authentic self, to rebel against limitations, boundaries, and to think creatively. Uranus Uranus also tends to fuel unexpected situations, forcing you to think a little differently than you normally would when finding a solution. So, with it being retrograde, it offers opportunities that ultimately nudge you to move in a radical and ideally happier direction. So in 2024, the retrograde is in Taurus. Uranus is it's in a sign for like 7 years. So this is it's we'll have one more of these next year, and then it'll be moving on. So in Taurus, it's a chance to march to the beat of your own drum when it comes to finances, love, perception of beauty, mindfulness, and how you engage with the world around you. You could go back and watch my old stuff on Uranus in Taurus that just, well, not, it's been this year, that what it is for the collective and what that actually means. I may do a whole thing on it. Okay. So the other things we have going on this week is Mars will square with Neptune before moving into Cancer on September the 4th. This square invites you to look into the fog, the mysticism, and the spirituality of something and ask what lies within. Mars represents drive, motivation, and the courage that you may feel to urge to rush through the fog, but it may be better to take one step at a time with courage. Anchor your steps in reality while leaning into the dream to avoid disillusionment. Once Mars moves into a Cancer, it brings a drive to defend and protect emotional well being, home, and nurturing. However, Mars' aggressive energy may not fit well with Cancer's nurturing um, nature. So be mindful not to be too forceful in nurturing how others respond to you. Use this energy positively and to take the needed emotional actions at a foundational level. So Venus is opposing the nodes this week, and it's time to assess your path. And there may be some karmic moments that stir your heart and prompting you to ask what you need to let go of to reach your desired future. This she's aligning with the nodes because of the eclipse that's coming up. So this new moon is the last new moon we have. The full moon to the end of this new moon will be an eclipse. Okay, so I'll do a whole thing on that, and we'll go into what that is for each sign. Okay, so I'm ready to move into all signs. So we're going to do that. So right before we move into all signs, my little public service announcement: like, share, do comments, all those things, so the YouTube monkeys will work for me. And make sure you stay around for the energy transmission. I am Kimberly Crow, and I am a Western astrologer using whole sign energy system for this energy analysis. So listen up to your big three. Listen to your rising sign, and you got to know your birth time to know that one. It's what you came to rise to be. It's the integration of in your awareness triangle of human aspect, soul, and spirit. Okay, so your sun is the personality, the energy, it's the stage you stand on, it's the sun you shine out into the world and what's reflected back to you. It could be male authority figure in your life, and it could be your father in your chart The moon is your mood. It's how you want to be nurtured and how you nurture others, and it could be your mother in your chart. So listen up to all of those of how that affects you and the other people in your life. Okay, Aries, here we go. Okay, Aries. Your top three focuses this week are home, work, life balance, earning power, and expressing yourself clearly. The new moon emphasizes daily rituals, habits, and overall health and wealth. This new moon is happening in your sixth house, which covers your day to day habits, routines, work environment, and your mental and physical, spiritual health. This house also is about your service to others. This new moon will highlight a focus on these areas, encouraging you to closely examine your lifestyle and how it supports or hinders your overall well being. You might feel compelled to start a new fitness regimen, overall your diet, or make changes to your work environment to increase your productivity. There's also an emphasis on your service to others. Consider how you contribute to your community and support others practically. The new moon in Virgo encourages you to create structure that allows you to manage your time better and maintain healthy balance between work and self-care. Uranus retrograde prompts a review on financial decisions and self esteem. This Uranus retrograde occurs in your second house of income, making it a time which you'll be doing a lot of soul searching about the ways in which you'd like to change up how you're bringing in cash, as well as what you're spending it on. You should also be asking yourself about your values. It could be what you've been prioritizing, like a bigger paycheck or residence or ideal location, um, isn't in line with what you feel is worth your time and energy now. Spending this time reassessing issues like these can set you up for to bolster financial well-being down the road. Pluto's return to Capricorn may bring up familiar power struggles around authority. Reflect on past lessons, move forward. Mars is squared to Neptune, brings confusion about communication and subconscious patterns, so take cautious steps. Mars in Cancer will bring action to foundational areas in your life. Okay, Taurus, your top three focuses this week are allies, personal brand, and passions. The new moon in Virgo highlights areas of love and entrepreneurship, encouraging small changes for big inspiration. Taurus, this new moon is happening in your fifth house, which rules your creativity, romance, children, and pleasure. The focus here is on planting seeds for new beginnings with these in these areas, inviting you to explore new creative projects and to bring more structure and organization into your romantic life. This is a time to reconnect with what truly brings you joy, whether it's through artistic endeavors, hobbies, or spending quality time with loved ones. You might consider starting new creative project or finding ways to bring more consistency and reliability into your romantic relationships. Uranus retrograde in your sign prompts reflection on personal changes and pivots. This Uranus retrograde falls in your first house of self. It's about your identity. Over the next few months, you may reflect on how to best pursue goals tied to your personal brand and identity. Although you're very much a creature of habit, you may feel more compelled to break out of stale patterns and ruts. Change will feel comfortier, more secure than continue down the same old path. Pluto's return to Capricorn brings up convictions and power struggles about personal brand and passions. Mars square Neptune asks for discernment about social networks and values. Mars in Cancer will energize your daily environment and communication, encouraging emotional connections. Gemini, your top three focus this week are home, legacy, reputation. The new moon emphasizes foundations, encouraging practical adjustments for balanced home life. Gemini, this new moon occurs in your fourth house, revolving around a living situation, personal life, and emotional foundations. It's an ideal time to focus on creating a nurturing and organized home environment. You may feel motivated to start projects related to home improvement, whether it's organizing, redecorated, or even considering a move. This energy supports changes that enhance your day to day living situation and your sense of security. Uranus retrograde asks you to reconsider private subconscious matters. The planet of innovation and sudden change will move backwards through your 12th house of spirituality, which is already pretty dreamy, mystical area in your chart. You're you likely have been doing some deep inner work that's making you more aware of your subconscious beliefs. The Uranus retrograde here can intensify this work, boosting your self-awareness and revitalizing your imagination. You could find that your dreams are more intense and vivid and offer valuable intellect on past wounds and present desires. Pluto's return to Capricorn may bring up power struggles around legacy and shared wealth. Reflect on past dynamics for growth. Mars in Cancer will motivate action around earning power and resources, but remain mindful of emotional impact. Cancer. Your top three focuses are personal brand, partnerships, and endings for new beginnings. The new moon is highlights communication, daily habits, encouraging change for clarity. Cancer, this new moon is in your third house of communication, which rules siblings, neighborhoods, and your local environment. It's time to set new intentions around communications, learning, and your immediate surroundings. You might feel inspired to improve your communication skills through writing, speaking, or learning new technologies. This will also, it's an ideal time to explore um, your location area, strengthen connections with those around you, or start a new educational endeavors. Uranus retrograde asks you to release social connections and networks. Uranus retrograde falls in your 11th house of friendships and long term wishes, making this a moment in which you're stirred to think about groups and teams you associate with. If you're super active on social media, maybe think about an audience that you want to attract or to speak to. Either way, you'll see how people that you connect with can further aspirations that are near and dear to your heart. Maybe you care deeply about discussing health and wellness, so you're realizing that it would open up more about a topic with friends or followers. You could also have a lot of moment that ultimately inspires you to change up the collaborative game plan. Pluto in Capricorn revisits partnerships, dynamics, and power struggles, leaning on past lessons for growth. Mars in Cancer brings motivation to make changes across all areas of your life. Leo, your top three focuses are values, allies, and habits. The new moon in Virgo highlights resources, earning power, and self esteem. Leo, this new moon is happening in your second house of finances and material security. It's an ideal time to take stock of your financial situation, possibly creating a new budget or making investments that align with your values. You may feel motivated to increase your financial stability, ensuring that your personal resources are managed wisely. There are also focuses on self worth and personal values, encouraging you to reassess your priorities to encourage that your financial decisions support your personal growth and well being. Uranus retrograde prompts a reflection on reputation and sudden changes. Uranus retrograde falls in your 10th house of career, public image, bringing a blast of electrifying, innovative energy to your professional game. Over the next few months, you can take a step back, slow down, revise, and perfect your plan, especially when it comes to your career. During this time, it's okay to say no to opportunities that aren't aligned with your vision. Uranus retrograde will offer you more clarity on exactly what you want to achieve. Reflect on daily habits and power dynamics as Pluto moves back into Capricorn. Mars in Cancer energizes subconscious work, encouraging deep introspective and transformation, Leo. Okay, Virgo, your top three focuses this week are self expression of personal brand, passions, what you love without condition, allies, and social connections. This week, the new moon, it's in your sign. It's a great time to reevaluate every corner of your life. Look at your self expression, balance with partnerships, and home life balance. Consider practical, detailed changes that make significant improvements. Reflect on creative projects, personal business, or relationships. This new moon is in your first house of self, focusing on your identity, appearance, and personal goals. This is a powerful time for personal reinvention, setting new intentions for how you want to present yourself to the world. You may feel motivated to make changes in your appearance or your mindset. Start new personal projects or refine your goals and ambitions. Uranus retrograde may have you rethinking, learning, teaching, or exploring your personal convictions. Uranus retrograde falls in your ninth house of higher learning and adventure. Virgo, creating changes related to how you experience the world around you. As Uranus moves backwards here, you can have more eye opening experiences, perhaps spurred by interactions with people outside your typical friend group. Self reflection and horizon broadening experiences may also inspire you to lay groundwork to hone in your skill set, like pursuing an advanced degree or signing up for mentoring lessons. Film Familiar power struggles may surface, prompting you to lean on lessons learned over the last 16 years of Pluto's retrograde in Capricorn. Mars square to Neptune could bring confusion about social connections or partnerships. Approach these areas with discernment and emotional awareness, Virgo. Libra, your top three focuses this week are endings to begin anew, home foundations, reputation, and authority. The new moon behind the scenes encourages in connecting with your inner voice to determine what needs to end and begin. Look at habits that support mind body balance. Libra, this new moon is in your 12th house, covering your subconscious spirituality and hidden aspects of life. It's time to turn inward, focusing on your inner world through deep exploring and reflection. You may feel drawn to spiritual practice such as meditation or yoga, or simply spend more time in solitude to connect with your inner self. This period is ideal for releasing old patterns and healing past wounds, preparing for new beginnings when the sun moves into your first house. Uranus retrograde highlights legacy, shared wealth, deep relationships. Uranus moves backwards through your eighth house of emotional bonds and joint resources, which spurs you to rethink how you relate into your nearest, dearest, and especially around some income matters. You may reimagine the best way to invest alongside your partner, or how to tackle a conversation related to agent parents' will. Oh my God, I'm doing that. This is also a time in which you can do some soul searching around inner work and fuel changes, like talking to a therapist or a trusted confidant about your self image. It would boost fulfillment in your sex life. Okay. Pluto's return to Capricorn may bring up themes around home and ancestry. Lean into lessons from the past 16 years to move forward. Mars square Neptune brings focus to work and future goals, urging you to use discernment. When Mars moves into Cancer, you'll have the courage to make public changes, but be mindful of emotional impact. Uh, Libra. Scorpio. Your top three focuses are allies, social circles, and new directions. The new moon in Virgo highlights dreams and ambitions, encouraging you to connect with supportive networks. Focus on small changes that can bring profound creative breakthroughs. Capricorn, this new moon is in your 11th house of friendships, community, and long term goals. This is an opportune moment to set intentions around your future aspirations, evaluating your goals and dreams, and making plans to move forward. You might feel inspired to take on new projects, join groups that resonate with your ideals, or work towards goals that have been meaningful impact for your community. Uranus retrograde asks you to reassess your partnerships and how they align with your growth. The Uranus retrograde hits your seventh house of partnerships. Scorpio, this means your one-to-one relationships are very much in focus now. Friendships, relationships that have either been toxic or unfulfilling are sure to fade away as Uranus moves backwards. Try not to mourn these dying connections. Over the next few months, you're likely to gain a new perspective on these changes and discover what the future bonds to look like as you move ahead. Pluto moving back into Capricorn revisits power struggles within social circles. Lean on lessons from past experiences to ensure your power and use it wisely. Ugh, my nose is itching. Okay, Mars in Cancer will activate your drive towards new directions, but ensure your actions are emotionally aligned and well considered. Okay. Okay, Scorpio. Sagittarius, your top three focuses this week are reputation, earning power, partnerships. The new moon emphasizes your purpose, reputation, and authority. It's a good time to adjust daily habits to better support these areas. This new moon is at the top of your chart in your 10th house, governing career, public image, and long term goals. This is a powerful time to set intentions for your professional goals, seek out leadership opportunities, and make significant changes in your career path. You might feel inspired to take on new responsibilities or pursue a promotion aligning to your career with long term vision. Uranus retrograde encourages rethinking changes in your daily routines. Uranus retrograde will fall in your sixth house of wellness and daily routines, which could signal to slow down and to reassess your day to day hustle. It's possible that saying yes more than you've been saying no just isn't working out. You feel spread too thin. Now it's your opportunity to reflect on what compels you to take on so much, to come up with simple, everyday ways that can bring more balance into your schedule. Thanks to Taurus's influence, you might consider some of the most cherished people in your life can support you in these efforts. Pluto's retrograde may bring up familiar themes around self esteem, resources, and reflect on past power dynamics and aim for transformations. Mars square to Neptune may cause some confusion around home and partnership goals, so ground yourself in reality. Mars in Cancer will bring focus to shared wealth and legacy, encouraging deeper emotional exploring. Okay, Capricorn, your top three focuses this week are new horizons, passions, and daily rituals. This new moon highlights new direction, teaching, learning, and personal convictions. Capricorn, the new moon is in your ninth house, revolving around higher education, travel, philosophy, and personal growth. It's time to start something new, whether it's embarking on a new course of study or planning a trip of exploring new spiritual or philosophical perspectives. You might feel motivated to expand your horizons through formal education, self study, or travel experiences that broaden your understanding of the world. The Uranus retrograde asked you to reconsider recent breakthroughs around passions. Uranus will be moving backward through your fifth house of romance and self expression, which can be exciting as it sounds. You have a chance to reimagine how you pour your emotions into your most artistic endeavors and how your own voice is in your most playful and heartfelt bonds. You might realize that you'll do well to speak up more about your needs in new relationship, or it's time to be pragmatic with your goals for once, in order to chase after an aim that brings you a great deal of joy. Either way, this transit was made for tuning into your heart over your head. Reflect on the past power struggles as Pluto moves backward in your sign for your last time, baby, offering this final exam of transformative stories. Mars in Cancer brings energy to partnerships, encouraging emotional and mindful action. Aquarius, your top three themes this week are legacy and shared wealth, home, and work. The new moon in Virgo emphasizes transformation, shared resources. Aquarius, this new moon is in your eighth house of shared resources, intimacy, and transformation. It is time to set intentions around managing joint finances, deepening your intimate relationships, or engaging in transformative practices like therapy or shadow work. You may feel compelled to explore a deeper aspects of your psyche, confront fears or anxieties, and focus on power dynamics within your relationships. The Uranus retrograde urges you to reconsider changes around home and foundational levels. Uranus retrograde falls in your fourth house of home life, which means it'll influence your relationships with loved ones, your literal home, your sense of security, and your inner world. Ever since your ruling planet moved back and forth into this zone in 2018, it's been shaking up things around your family and your home. You may be paving a path that's part of your life, refusing on to conform and what's expected of you, or perhaps unconventional form of healing. Has helped seal old emotional wounds. Either way, the next few months will offer plenty of opportunities to reflect on your journey. Reflect on the subconscious powers as Pluto moves back into Capricorn. Mars square Neptune highlights confusion around passions and values to seek clarity. Mars in Cancer will drive action in daily routines and make mindful steps towards health and wealth, Aquarius. Pisces, your top three focuses this week are partnerships, home, and passions. The new moon highlights partnerships and connections, prompting you to set both short and long term goals. Pisces, this new moon is in your seventh house of partnerships, focusing on your relationships, whether romantic, professional, or platonic. It's time for fresh starts and new beginnings in these areas, encouraging you to strengthen your connections and seek out new partnerships or resolve lingering issues within existing relationships. You might focus on creating balance and harmony in your one-to-one interactions, ensuring that your relationships are mutually beneficial. Uranus retrograde brings attention to local environments and daily rituals. This Uranus retrograde falls in your third house of communication, which can really be electrifying for your social connections, brainstorming, sessions at work, and opportunities to learn something. You're likely to be thinking about new ways in which you can satisfy your curiosity and wanderlust. It's about whether it's about kicking off a new book club in the fall with friends or planning more short distance road trips with your partner. Before making any bold moves, however, be sure to check with your gut. Your intuition can be especially powerful as you navigate new terrain related to your friendships and self expression. Pluto in Capricorn revisits power struggle in social areas. Reflect on past dynamics and use your lessons to move forward. Mars in Cancer will motivate action around passions and entrepreneurship. Okay, that's our segment of our collective and your personal sign and what that is for you at this time. So breathe in that energy and what this moment that we're in of moving into a whole new era, and that how this new moon supports us with the new beginnings, the organization, and how to put this into a foundation. So breathe in that energy, and we're going to disconnect from the mind matrix, from all that's out there that we plugged into because we thought it had a knowing of survival, or we were just nosy. So unplug from that, unplug from all of those energies, and then pull that back into your third eye. This is your own psychic awareness. Don't give it away to power outside yourself. Unplug, and bring all of that back into yourself and feel what that feels like. To really ground in this with this Virgo practical earthy sign to be supported by this. So breathe in that energy. Bring your focus into your sacred chamber. This is where your own inner awakened mastery lives. It always has. It's always been within you. It's not outside of you. It's right here, and it's always been awakened. So feel the energy of that and what that feels to truly connect to your own inner awareness. So you can call in these allies of these planets, the archetypes of this that's here for you, or see which one shows up for you. What archetype shows up for you to give you a message to support you as an ally as you move through this energy. So feel that connection. Create your little circle, your inner CEOs that help you with these decisions and are always there to support you. So drop that energy down through your central column into the heart of Earth herself, the spirit of Earth, Gaia. Feel the love and support that she has for you. It's always been here. How much she celebrated the day you arrived. So bring in alignment with your allies, with Gaia's support, with your own inner awakened mastery to align your earth purpose, your soul purpose, and your God conscious self in one unified working unit. Woo! Thank you for being the gift that you are to humanity. Thank you for embodying the DNA skin suit and all that comes with it while we are in this time of now. Remember, dance your freaky dance and be your freaky self. Like, subscribe, and let the YouTube monkeys work for me. Be blessed. Kimberly with Celestial Juju.